Oh, coffee. A poem for the mornings. Coffee, coffee, coffee. How I love thee. The Ides of March are coming, but not yet gone, Caesar. That was my Ides of March impression. It's not good. So how is everybody doing this morning? I hope that you are doing well. I hope you slept. Good morning, Emily. I love you back. I made a deal with my kids last night that if they came down dressed and put snacks in their backpacks and did everything that they had to do, I would let them eat strawberry shortcake for breakfast. I don't know if we call that a deal or a bribe. I don't know. Deal, bribe. But whatever, it's working. So one of the most interesting types of people for me are narcissists. They really are fascinating to me. They're almost like velociraptors. Like, you look at them and they kind of look cute and like they have introspect. They kind of like check you out and they seem a little gentle. And you go like, oh, this thing's small. Like, it's probably going to be sweet, whatever. And before you know it, it's coming from all sides. It's coming from all sides. And it's just, it's tearing you up while you're alive. Really. And the attack, the whole thing, while it's like gutting you with its claws and like just destroying you, takes about 4 seconds. You don't even see it coming. Narcissist for one. So I have come to realize now that narcissists really do play by a whole different set of rules. It's unlike anything that I have ever seen, and it is not something that we will broach or get through in one coffee talk. I could do a whole series this week on narcissistic traits for everybody. If I was like a weird British person, that was terrible. To all of my British fans, I'm so sorry. That was the worst British accent. Narcissists swear that they live by this code of like moral and righteousness, okay? But behind closed doors, they lie, they manipulate, they down talk. It's like they pretend that they live by this code of morals. Sometimes they even write it down and call it, oh gosh, what is it called? Hold on, give me a second. Core values. They like give it a name, like, I live by these rules. No, you don't, Velociraptor. No, you don't. So for those of you that are just joining us, we're talking about narcissists and how they live by a totally different set of rules, how they publicly say that they live, with these high standards and these morals, but behind closed doors, they just lie and they manipulate and they twist the truth and they provoke and they provoke and they provoke and they poke. And then when you respond, they say you're dramatic and you're overreacting. And it's to keep you in a cycle of perpetual emotional purgatory so that you think you're crazy, literally. So you become a person who thinks you're crazy. And once they have you thinking you're crazy, they have you right where they want you. And then you're stuck on the hamster wheel and you can't get out. Because anytime that you say to them, like, wait a minute, you say you live by these morals, but then you do this, they pull the whole, well, I didn't do that, you did that. And you made me do that. I didn't want to do that. I'm good. You're bad. I didn't want to have to do this. You made me do it. Oh, Is that what happened? Okay. So, listen to me. Here's the thing with narcissists. So many people write me and go, how do I know if my husband is a narcissist? How do I know if my mother is a narcissist? Listen to what I'm about to say, okay? Does it matter if I give them a label? If they are manipulating you, if they are hurting you, if they are trying to make you think you are crazy, if they don't respect your boundaries, if they consistently upset you, if you live in emotional purgatory with anybody in your life, does it matter if somebody like me or anybody else comes along and says, here's a label for you, they're a narcissist? Get out, because you're not crazy. You are not crazy. You are in a situation with somebody who literally is a master at making you think you're crazy. Like I want you to think of something that you are a master at, like a master. Like, I feel like I am a master, real talk, booger picker. Like, my kids have a booger, I can get it out from their brain, okay? Call it, I don't know, living in baby boot camp, having 3 kids back to back, I don't know what it is, but I am literally the master, okay? That's like my thing. It's like a skill, okay? Narcissists, their skill is making you think you're crazy. Now let's go back to the velociraptor, shall we? A velociraptor distracts you right here. They come right to your face, right? And you're like, oh, you're interesting. Look at all this retrospect, and you're kind of cute and blah, 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 right? Here's where they got you. Because now, when you're attacked from the sides, that velociraptor that was looking you right in the face with cute introspect can look you in the face and wholeheartedly say, I never attacked you. I didn't touch you. Because technically he didn't. It came from the sides. Even though he set the entire thing up, even though he baited you, even though he misled you, even though he manipulated you, technically he didn't touch you. So while you're laying on the ground with your intestines hanging out and 2 creatures are eating you while you're alive, the narcissist velociraptor will look you right in the face and go, I didn't touch you. Wasn't me. Like Eddie Murphy. But I looked right in your face. Wasn't me. Literally. Wasn't me. Okay? When you are in a relationship with a narcissist, or it is your mother, or it is your friend, or whatever, you have to know, you have to get to a place where you go, okay, I'm legit not crazy, okay? I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. If it helps you, what helped me is, then they'll say the woman on the ground, Trish, with her, then the velociraptor will go back into the forest and tell all his friends while you're on the ground with your guts hanging out, dead. She tried to say, guys, you know, I live by the moral. I would never. I mean, she's crazy. And all the other people will look at you with your guts hanging out like, was she crazy? Maybe she was. The only thing that helped me was I started writing it down. When he would say something hurtful to me or something matter of fact, I would write it down. And then when the incidents would happen where I would say to him, well, that's not what you said. What you said was this. He would go, I didn't say that. I never said that. You create this stuff in your mind, Jamie. You live in a fantasy world. That's what he used to tell me with his face like that. You live in a fantasy world. Keep in mind, I didn't start documenting it until 1.5 years. Do you know how much damage can be done to you by 1.5 years? In 1.5 years? I had been attacked by so many velociraptors, I didn't have any guts left. Real talk. I was empty. I was a shell. So, damn, I snorted. I was trying not to do that. So I wrote it down. And I remember the first day I said to him, no, you actually did say it. As a matter of fact, wait, this is the best part about a narcissist. You got to hear this. I said, you said it. And I took out the book. I said, you said it on Tuesday. And this is exactly what you said. And he snatched the book out of my hand. And he looked at what I wrote down. And he goes, oh, now you're writing down your fantasies. Now you're making shit up and writing it down and putting it next to my name with a date as if it's real. He's like, you've taken crazy to a whole new level, Jamie. And I'm like, oh my God, is this real? And he's like, look at what you did. I want you to listen to me, people. I want you to listen to this. He said, look at what you did. You created something in your mind and you wrote it down in a book next to my name with a date and convinced yourself that it was real because you're delusional and you're so desperate for my attention that you actually started writing down your bullshit. Y'all, I swear to you, I was like tripping on acid. I started seeing colors, tasting them. I was in a parallel universe. Okay? Standing there like this. This can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. Is this real? And then I'm not gonna lie, for like 30 seconds, I was like, did I make this shit up? No, hell no. Hell no. And I realized this would be my life. This would be my life. And I was like, no. Nope. I'm telling you now, if you want out, you got to start writing things down. You got to write it down. Because I was like, remember those songs like, Jay, my name is Jamie and I really think I'm fine. I became the girl that was like, Jay, my name is crazy. I think I'm crazy. Everything's crazy. I'm going crazy. Real talk. I was parallel, another universe crazy. So, hi, good morning, Summer. We're talking about narcissists. They play by a totally different set of rules. The most interesting thing about him was that he could say it with such conviction that he could make like a Tyrannosaurus Rex think he was a velociraptor. Like, that's how good he was. Like, he could look you right in the face and be like, this is so funny. Like, you wrote this down as if it was real. Put my name next to it and a date and like really believe your own crazy. Like, you are a different level of crazy, Jamie. And I'm like, and I kept thinking in the end, if I'm a different level of crazy, if I'm so damaged, why does he want to be with me? That's where I got at the end. Like, but if I'm writing things down and I'm like crazy, why do you want to be with me? So finally I was like, can I ask you a question? Why do you want to be with me? If I'm so crazy, why do you want to be with me? And it threw him off his game because he was not prepared for that question. And he said, he was so thrown off, and he was like, because this isn't who you were when I met you. And I love who you were when I met you. And I'm thinking, oh my God, listen, I'm telling you now, you got to start documenting stuff, if not for them, for yourself. For yourself. Because they've convinced you you're crazy. I know that there are some of you listening right now who are crying, going, I am crazy, Jamie. I have gone crazy. And I'm telling you, you didn't. I'm swearing to you, you didn't, but you won't listen to me right now because you've been broken. And I know it. And you're probably really close to being on the bathroom floor like I was, or you're there. And when I wrote about it in my book, it was the most honest I had ever been. When I said that I had literally considered taking my own life. That is how emotionally broken I was. I was like, I can't win. I can't fight this anymore. Like, I am legit crazy. He's made me crazy. I've become crazy. I allowed myself to go crazy, whatever it was. He was playing life by a totally different set of rules than I was, and I was not prepared for that. I was just not prepared. Like, no, yeah. So, all right. So what did I do? I finally got out. And when I tell you got out, blocked out, moved out when he wasn't home, didn't know where I went, changed my number, like, couldn't find me, whatever. And I ran into him. I told y'all I ran into him with my kids at Whole Foods. And he was like, are those your babies? They're beautiful. And all I could think was, oh my God, smile. Yeah, it's my baby. Gotta go. Thank you to everybody who shares my videos. Thank you to those of you that have shared them over the last few days. You don't realize how much sometimes people just hearing this conversation and reading your comments helps them feel like they are less alone. Coffee Talk was created. It is rooted in the human connection, in social responsibility and kindness. It is so that we can each be a little bit more mindful as we go into our day about how we can be of service to somebody else, even when we don't have much to give, because I don't have a lot to give. It's just conversation and life experience. Remember, if you are waiting for somebody to label the person abusing you, emotionally abusing you, as a narcissist, you don't need me to do that. You know when you are not being treated right. You know when you are living in emotional purgatory. You know when someone has made you crazy. You don't need me to say. Some of you are waiting for it. You need someone to say, this person is a narcissist. You need to go. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it attacks you from both sides, it's a freaking velociraptor, and get the hell out. That's my lesson for today. No, Terry Porter, there are not two sides to this story. And I'm insulted you would even say that because you have no idea what I lived through. That bothers me. That bothers me. There are too many emotionally damaged people listening to this Coffee Talk for this reason. And no, I lived it. And until you live it, that's why, you know what? The privileged for anyone to be able to say, there are two sides to every story. Tell that to the woman with her intestines hanging out and the velociraptors looking over her. I bet the velociraptors were just hungry. Because you know there are two sides to every story. Nah. Hell no. Negative, Ghost Rider. I don't care if it's your dad, your mom, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your kid. I don't care. You were created to be outstanding, and being in a relationship, any type of relationship with a narcissist, is not healthy for you. And anything that threatens your peace is not worth it. So, I don't care who it is. I love you too much for you to live the life that I had to live for 2 years. I just do. I love you too much, and I know you weren't created for that. I didn't have anyone telling me that when I was in the relationship. I didn't have anyone to tell me I deserved more. I didn't have anyone to say to me, you're not crazy. You are loved. Get off the floor. You're not alone. I lived in emotional purgatory by myself. And I will not leave you alone. And I will not tell you that there are two sides to every story. I will say, you are on the floor, and I am on the floor with you. And we will get off the floor together, because the velociraptors are real. And they are strong and powerful, and they travel in packs, and holy crap. Okay. I love you guys so much today. Please share this video, hit the little share, and say, hey, anybody who may be stuck in emotional purgatory, you should listen to this. I love you guys, and I want you to have a beautiful, beautiful day.